Hello my fellow Jeti users, and in this video we are going to look at creating a more pure version of aileron differential adjustment. I had this request from somebody who wants to use the aileron differential tuning facility with a rotary knob, so to adjust the differential in flight to find the best one, but the Jeti differential function doesn't behave the way that he wants. So let's have a little look. Here's our two aileron servos. Left, right, 100%, fine. Let's see what the aileron differential adjustment does to it. So we'll select our control, which is going to be the P8 knob from 0 to 100. That's good. I'll allow it full adjustment of the differential for the purposes of this demonstration. Let's have a look what that does to the servo. With the differential adjustment turned to 0%, it should have no effect. So both servos full right, but full left and then full right. Back to the middle. Let's turn the adjustment up to the maximum. Ideally what we'd like to see is that the downgoing aileron does not move and the upgoing aileron reaches 100. So I'll go full left aileron. The downgoing aileron hasn't moved, but look what's happened to the upgoing one. It's increased. It's actually hit the servo limit from the servo setup menu. So if I start turning the tuning knob down, we can see the right hand aileron starting to come down. We're still up against the limit here, a long way, and finally we start reducing the limit. What he wants is a version of being able to adjust the tuning of the differential so that the downgoing changes, but it doesn't affect the upgoing limit. Okay, how can we do that? Well, let's clear this out so that there's no hint of that troubling us. Say okay. All we have to do is mix the aileron back to itself at negative 100%. It'll cancel itself out, but we'll only do it in the down direction. So here we go, from ailerons to ailerons. Come down to here. The value is going to be minus 100%. So it'll cancel itself out. Let's have a look at what that means. If I move the aileron stick, see, nothing's happening because it's mixing itself back to itself in a negative value. Nothing moves. Lovely. Now let's give it the rotary knob as a tuning switch for it. So I swing that. We don't want this proportional switch screen, we want it proportional. So let's switch on proportional. And I don't want it to go minus 100 to plus 100 like that. So I'll switch off the center. So now the knob just goes from 0 to 100%. So from no effect to full effect. Okie doke. And now let's have a look at what happens. And we'll see that we still have an adjustment to make. So here's servo. So with the differential tuning knob turned to the off position, it should have no effect on the travels. That's lovely. Turn it up to maximum, and now they should not travel at all as I move the stick. Yep, that's good. So what we do is come down here. Oh, just as an aside, make sure that single direction is switched off. It should default to it, but it'll really look strange if you switch that on. And now what we need to do for each servo is cancel the mixer in just one direction, i.e. the downward direction, which I think is going to be the positive side of this one. If that doesn't work, we'll change it. So let's have a look. So now the mix will work fully in the negative direction, which actually is going to be the downward travel of the servo, but the mix cancelling it out won't work in the upward direction. Does this work? Okay, once again, turn the differential knob to 0, so there should be no effect on the ailerons. Now we've got our travel back. Lovely. Now if I turn it up to maximum differential, I'll go right aileron, so this one should come up, and this one should not move, and this should only come to 100. There we are. I'll go fully left, so this should go to 100 and that to 0. Lovely. Now I'll start reducing the differential, and as you can see, the downgoing ailerons coming in all the way. So there you are. You can tune the differential without affecting the amount of up travel.